call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Broncos will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will have the first possession of the game. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on him. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snatches it on the right.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Rebels! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Boise State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has read the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Let's talk for a second about Boise State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Off the play fake on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Ole Miss 14, Boise State 0.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw. It's Callow. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, Dave?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it up.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Keeps it on the bootleg. He wants to take the top off. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Callow. He's got the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Single back formation, and they give it to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to run it in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Wants to pass. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a...
There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down coming up. Send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that big catch.
Now improvising. Fires downfield.
Oh my God. Some bullshit.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback.
Ain't no way.
He extends the play. Nothing open
AJ
right
can't
away.
be like that.
Pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Dropping back, it's Dennis. Into the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running to the left. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second.
Number 19, set to kick off.
He'll field the punt and look for room. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. It's complete on the right side. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Steps away to find some room. He'll get rid of it. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Rebels are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Dennis. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Scanning the field is Callow. Going to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Gets it out fast. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Broncos are threatening in the red zone. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's the pressure. Buys a little time. Oh, he's got some space. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the 1st down and more. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lining up to convert third down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Trying to pick up a first down. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Dennis. It's complete to the left. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's loose. He now has 53 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give from the gun. Look out, he's got room. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Rebels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down and into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Callow. Rushes on him. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Snagged out of the air. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. He's got it. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Quarterback making adjustments. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Unloads it left. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
And the Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point...
There he goes! They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Broncos in a good spot here with second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Moncrief. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Still running at the 40. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. To the air, it's Callow. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Got a man, it's Welsh. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's Welch. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The inside handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run all.
Turning it on! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Callow. He's got his man. Jumped on top of the pile.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. That's caught. It's Welch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw, it's Callow. Had to get rid of it quickly.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Handoff from the shotgun. Finding an escape route. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. He'll do it himself. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quarterback moving. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
It's 4th down and 14, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I'm about to say, remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is a day that you just dream about having. You have these days in high school, but not in college. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
Play of the quarter coming. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Using his legs, it's Adams. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Right back to the well. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Davis will throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Rebels. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it, but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UAB was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Birmingham. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The kick is on its way. Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Bunch formation for these receivers. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Okay, ready? One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. He's going to take off. At the 45 on his way. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Ready, set. The Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Johnson looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Boise State, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Rebels are in the red zone. The give to the back. Oh, he's got enough space. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
68, Boise State, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll run it on the counter. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end now in motion. Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly...
Makes a catch on the left. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here they come again. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Lost to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. And
oh my God!
Intercepted in the end zone.
Threw that too
And you
far.
will always remember your first. And
No,
how
Johnson.
about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They'll leave it with the lone back.
Ooh.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll give it to the back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. And the Broncos will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He gets it away from his own end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense is.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Grabbed in the middle. It's Coffee. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Davis will throw. He's open on the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously,